What's going on, guys, and welcome back to DSG. And today we have our 1 year account review, account check-in, and we've been doing this consistently for the last 6 months. So if you go back all the way to our first video for the account reviews till today, it's been about 6 or 7 episodes or in this series, and the account has grown tremendously. We've done a lot in that time. We've gotten gear tier 8 and gotten a lot of characters to gear tier 8 at this point. For at least the way I played, I don't spend majorly in this game, so I think today we're at 10 gear tier 8 characters, so that was a big accomplishment. But just overall, just a big thank you to all you guys who've been supporting me and watching my vids and watching the streams for the last almost year. Actually, I started doing videos and streaming in July, and we'll make a video then when we celebrate our 1 year making content for DSA and streaming. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I want to just show you guys, as usual, for our monthly account reviews where we're at. But this one's a little bit special, obviously, because we hit that 1 year mark. Now, that doesn't mean we're gonna stop doing these. We're gonna keep on doing these every single month. I don't know if I'm just gonna call them month 13 or something like that, but you know, we'll just keep it going just to keep track of how the account's going and kind of show you guys where you guys can be in the game with just some laser focus and some planning and strategy, where your account can be and what that looks like for you guys in the future. So anyways, I want to motivate you guys, especially my new peeps, for what can be your future. So let's look at our goals for this month. We had grand campaign farming. We did finish off sheriff. We're on to the princesses, and actually we even did, I think, a little bit better. Let me just double check. Let's look at what was my plans for farming. No, I was on track. So actually, I was a little behind. Looking at it, actually, I was supposed to get Mulan, Merida, and Pocahontas, and we're a little bit behind, so we did do a little bit reality check in terms of the account. I did get one good drop. I'll show you guys on the screen. 80 Pocahontas tokens. That's really going to help us boost. That's about 4 or 5 days of farming. So that's a really good boost in terms of Pocahontas. So really happy for that one, because she is a 14 energy grand campaign farm. So that's a big boost in terms of that grand campaign farming. And Mulan, she's technically at the time of the recording not done, but she's pretty much done. I have like 20 character tokens left on her, then she's all set. And then we're looking at the other princesses moving forward. Elite battles. We finished off Dash, we finished off Chunk, and we finished off Simba. So now we just have Woody left, and Woody is pretty much about like 40 or so tokens away. Now, none of these guys are actually 7-starred. I just have the tokens for them in terms of 7-starring them, because yeah, the gold, you know, you can say that later. And yesterday with the announcements of the level 80 increase, gear tier 9, I really want to start holding that gear or that gold, because that stuff's not going to be cheap. And well, I'll have another video for that later on, hopefully the next day or so. But this is going to be a main focus, obviously, and we need that gold for other stuff. So though we have finished these guys and farmed them correctly and whatnot, that gold is just going to stay in there until we have an excess amount of gold, which is never going to happen, I think, in this game, knowing how tight glue can be with gold. Number 3 here, tourney farms. We finished off Horn King, and we finished off Anger this month, which was a pretty big surprise. I was able to climb to like rank 1 a couple times, so that kind of helped. You know, getting 15,000 of those tournament tokens really does help, or tournament coins. So now we'll talk about what we're gonna do for the goals a little bit later. Summoner score, we came up pretty short. 291,000 was our summoner score count for at the end of the month, but my fluff score went from I think maybe an 18 or 19 to a 12, which was really good, and that has all to do with gearing up these characters. Gear tier 8, we got Stitch, we got Barley, we also had Sven. Pain and Panic is on its way, and we're slowly gearing up Belle to gear tier 7. So it was a bit ambitious, but it was just kind of showing you guys what the thought process was for these guys. So we'll leave it at that. Now let's move on to the farming plan that we have here. Now I don't have any predictions. I always say I don't want to show the predictions because nothing really happened in May, to be honest, and it's kind of hard to predict when there's nothing really going on. So we'll leave it at that. Anyways, look at our farming plan for June of 2021. So my goal is to get Pocahontas, Merida, Robin Hood, and Shere Khan. Thankfully, these three, the first three there, Pocahontas, Merida, and Robin Hood, those guys are all pretty close, or about they're past the halfway point. Shere Khan's a pretty fresh one, so that one's going to take a little while, and then we're going to go for the Frollo Tower and slowly get Frollo, get a good Kingdom Villains team going and have some fun with that. But that's a little bit later on. It's going to be in July. But at least for June, we do have a pretty good prediction of where we can be. If we get 3 more characters, at least the character token count needed for 7 stars, that'd be awesome. In terms of Merida and Pocahontas, they are probably going to be 7 stars. We're going to raise them up so we can get them to Gear Tier 8, because my Princess Squad, trying to get them to Gear Tier 8 because I think they'll be a pretty fun team to get to Gear Tier 8. And moving on, you can see things have changed for sure. We've brought up the Tech Squad here after Quasimodo and Esmeralda because of Eve, and that team seems pretty fun to use. And then we also have some Downtown Villains that definitely got bumped up. I just have a feeling with Cruella and stuff, they're going to get a little bit better. So I'm hoping, even though she doesn't have a lead, I just have a feeling they might do something good for the Downtown Villains faction. So I did bring these guys up. Incredibles, Toy Story, and Night Before Christmas. Actually, Toy Story I might bump up in front of the Incredibles because of the rumored new Dalmatians and Toy Story 3 tag, so that could be a good thing as well, looking in the future. Besides that, the bottom tier there, even with a Gaston and Yzma, refresh, not too excited about it. I'm glad they got something for these guys, but it's not enough for me to really push them up there. But that's gonna be our grand campaign farming. We no longer have any elite battle farming plan because Woody's like 40 away now. When the next legendary tunes come around, yes, we're gonna be farming them for elite battles, and that's where my main focus for that energy is gonna go. So we'll leave it at that when that comes around. And if you guys are wondering when the next legendary team does come around, I'm probably gonna drop them either before Calhoun or after Korra. That's probably where we're going to drop them. I'm not going to go for them right away. They're not my main interest. They have to be a Herc type team or Herc type character for me to do that, and it doesn't happen very often that the legendary is like Herc like. Only Elsa and Herc were like that, so that's why I'm not going to go for them right away, but they're in there in my farming plan as well for the future. Looking at our Gear 8 farming plan, we have Pain and Panic, then we have Belle, Pocahontas, and what's her name, Moana. So this is our farming plan here. We're gonna finish off these mythicals, gonna get the rest of these princesses going, probably gonna put Hades after the princesses, and probably finish Sensational 6 once Hades is done, because I'll have Pain and Panic, Hercules, and Hades Gear Tier 8. That'd be kind of cool. So looking forward to seeing how this team goes. Now I've been going pretty fast, I would think, with the whole Gear 8 farming, and hopefully that speed keeps on going, especially since the next milestones refresh for the raid comes around. To get a lot of those raid tokens or raid coins from there, so a lot of good stuff from there, especially the essences that are desperately needed. Like for me, I'm always out of fire or offense and the shell essences, so thankfully in just a couple days we're gonna get that refresh, and hopefully those milestones will refresh and I'll be able to pay more attention to them. So that's what our Gear 8 farming plan looks like. Now let's look at our predictions. I think our predictions for 2020 for June 2021 is kind of a highlight for here, because I'm getting a little excited. I'll be honest, guys, the latest update that they released on a Friday, it gave me a little bit of hope. And I'll make a separate video of my full thoughts and breaking it down and highlighting it, but it's giving me a little hope because I'm sure many of you, especially the old timers, have noticed people have been leaving the game, and they talk about it on all my podcasts and whatnot, and it's been a major discussion. And even the top tier clubs, they're not really even vetting who joins the club too much anymore. Just as long as someone's there, the top tier clubs are just, you know, taking them, because you'd rather have someone there than not. But because of these updates, I'm so happy to say that I think it's going to be the turning point for DSA, as long as Glue doesn't shoot themselves in the foot, which they usually do. So hold your breath there. I don't get too excited for it, but cautious optimism, I guess that's the best way to say it. I'm cautiously optimistic for the future of DSA in the coming months, especially this new season of the year in the summer. I think it's going to be a pretty big one for DSA, and looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll be good for my 1-year anniversary as a content creator. That'd be awesome. But anyways, let's go to predictions. One, the new legendary. It has to be time for the next legendary. Said Inside Out, but now I'm thinking it could also be Winnie the Pooh, because that's what people have been talking about as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was Winnie the Pooh. If it's Winnie the Pooh, then that means that the data miner is doing a good job. Could also be Inside Out's another guess. I was really surprised it wasn't released in May, because usually these comes out every 3 months. But I think Glue kind of took a step back and was like, okay, people are fatigued, etc. Let's take the legendaries back a second. They haven't even released Mickey yet, I think for the 4th or 3rd time. So a little surprised about that. But looking out for Mickey, I know a lot of people are waiting for him to come back. But for this next legendary, I'm surprised it wasn't released in May. It has to be out coming in June, or they might be taking a longer break for legendaries. I have no clue. Or could coincide with the adventure campaign release, which I guess would kind of make sense. And that's maybe we're gonna get Winnie the Pooh. I have no clue. And then we have the adventure campaign. Side quests, game modes will probably drop, and this also includes the Ascension campaign. So there's the main adventure campaign, the side adventure campaign, and there's the Ascension campaign, which you have to complete adventure. The main adventure campaign, you have to complete villains, heroes, and grand in order to do the Ascension campaign. So I'm looking forward to that. Something for sure we can do. And I know they said something about like the side adventure campaign is going to be for like Simba and Rafiki and one on Scar. So I don't know. I'm going to talk about that in a different video more in depth. But definitely looking forward to that coming to the game. And I think number 3 here is going to be just continuous teasing of new game modes coming to the DSA. They have officially announced the new raid, the new PvP mode. And lastly, there was another one they talked about. Let me look at the patch notes again. And club mode. So I mean, it's already been announced before, but they just keep on saying it's coming, and you know, they're just taking time. I understand. I don't know how big their studio is. It can be a lot of work, I'm sure, for a game like this, and a game so graphically demanding like this, for a mobile game. I'll give them props. I think they're doing as good as they can. I do have a lot of gripes with Glue. I will say they have, I think, shot themselves in the foot and destroyed a game that had so much potential because of their ego and greediness, etc., that they are just complacent, and sometimes I just feel like they're incompetent with their decision making, but that's a whole different story. We're packing a lot into this 1-year anniversary account review. We're going to thoughts and whatnot, but let's go to goals for June of 2021. Grand campaign, we're going with Pocahontas, Merida, Robin Hood, Shere Khan, of course. I think we're going to get to him but not complete him. Elite Battle Farming, Woody, and then next legendary Elite Battle Tunes, which I'm pretty sure they're going to drop this month. I wouldn't be surprised. Tourney Farms, Mordu's going to take some time, so he's going to be our main farm for the Tourney Farms. Summoner score, 305k. You know, Summoner score has not been a big deal for me, but Fluff score has been a bigger deal for me, so I'd like to get my Fluff score to 10. Around 10 to 11 would be nice. I think it's like 12.9 right now, or 12.8, so to get it to like 11, 10 would be awesome. Gearing 8, we have finished Sven. We have Pain and Panic, Belle, and Pocahontas. These guys are gonna be our next ones in line. And to be honest, I don't if the new gear drop, like percentages and whatnot they're talking about, does drop this month, I may be able to get Belle and Pocahontas up to that next gear tier, to gear tier 7. It just depends, because the only thing holding me back really is going to be those droplets. Really, that's really pushing me back. So because I've been spending a lot on Pain and Panic in terms of energy towards them. I've been spending a lot of that energy towards them, getting the hard faction pieces. But for Belle and Pocahontas, kind of holding back and waiting to start doing those droplets for them, because they desperately need them. And of course, both of them freaking need wispy droplets. Like it's nothing. They have. I start between the two of them. It's like, it feels like almost like 500 wispy droplets, or the health droplets. So yeah, I can need a lot of them for those. But I want to show you guys inside the account, so just give me a second. All right, so we're in the account now. As you can see, we do have officially the 1 year account frame. I believe that's the thing you get. So happy that we finally got it. I kind of wish I opened it up on stream, or at least in the video, but then I forgot and didn't. But it's okay. It happens. But as you can see in the tournament exchange here, we finished Anger. Literally almost every row is complete now. We're gonna go. I made a decision. We're gonna go Mordu. Then we're gonna go Kronk. And we're gonna go Tinkerbell. The reason why I do Kronk is because with the rework of Yzma, you never know. Something good could have come out of that in the near future. So looking forward to seeing that. In terms of spells, I think that's one thing I should talk about more in my in my monthly account reviews. Actually, spells. But spells wise, Cauldron's about a day or two away, about 2 days. We're gonna finish off Conjuring Cauldron, because what I've been doing is going up the tower, or autoing it, getting Conjuring Cauldron. Then we get 2 of these packs, or 3 of these packs if we get lucky, if I have enough. And I'm kind of like doing a semi-focus farm just to finish off Cauldron. But after that, it's kind of free roam. And I have a beginner's guide going around too, so we'll talk more about that. Spells and stuff in another video. But yeah, just to show you guys, I think technically you can bring a lot of these up. I only have Mortal Potion maxed. That's it. Everything else is pretty much free to be upgraded. So it looks pretty good so far, and I'm happy about it, where the progress is so far. And then looking at the here, the top 10 here, guys, this is legit just patience and strategy and just focus on these guys. Got them gear tier 8, and 10 of these guys are gear tier 8, and we now almost have 20 tunes gear tier 7 and above, which I'm really happy about. It's been a big accomplishment. And look at these other characters here, so much potential, and I couldn't do it. The guys' support just cheer me on in the background, and all the push for this. So again, thank you guys so much. In terms of my Club Conquest teams, because I've been gear tiering so many characters lately, oh, we can't see them right now, okay, because we're matchmaking. Well, oh well. I was trying to show you guys what it looks like, but we can't do it right now. But yeah, it's just been a great push, and I'm just happy that I'm able to keep making videos for you guys, and that the spark hasn't died in me yet. And I have been a little bit revitalized, honestly, with the newest update, and I'm sure a lot of people will be as well. And just look at these other tunes, just looking forward to getting them up there, because there's so much potential in the game. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want any more tips or anything like that, you guys are always free. Feel free, message me here in the comment section, or on Discord, or wherever you guys want to message me. Definitely check it out. The link's down below in the link tree, and also definitely hit the subscribe button. We're almost 300 subscribers, guys. If we can get to 300 subs, that'd be a blast. That'd be a huge accomplishment for the channel overall, and be making me obviously really happy that we finally hit that milestone. So share this with your friends, share this with your loved ones, anything like that. Share this with your club, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.